Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Jar of Marble dwellers and Jar of Marble curious. My name is Linda and this is Jar of Marbles.
Hello, and I'm Bob.
It's good to see you, Bob.
It's always good to see me.
It's always good to see you. Well, this week I'd like to talk a little bit about spotting fakes. Geez, it's just got to be one of the most disappointing experiences sometimes, isn't it? When someone you thought you knew turns out to be, well, a well-practiced fake. But there's good news.
All right. We like good news.
Oh, we do. Absolutely.
Yes. Let's hear it.
Well, yes, Bob. So depending on your outlook and a broad one is required to understand that spotting a fake in the wild is great.
Because
you don't have to have the fake Christmases with them or fake breakfasts or fake birthdays or fake anything really. You don't have to watch their lips move in the garbage that sort of vomits out.
vomits out, yeah.
They're essentially writing or have written themselves right out of your life.
It's about trusting yourself, isn't it? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So listen and believe what you feel, what you see. You can feel when something is off.
Actually, that's so true.
It is. So when people talk about spotting fakes and getting them out of your life, they often describe it as taking out the garbage because of the shared meaning behind the action, not because people are objects, but because of what no longer serves a healthy life.
Knowledge is knowing a tomato is fruit. It's a fruit, right? Wisdom is not putting in the fruit salad.
Profound.
Yeah.
So here's what that metaphor really means. Spotting fakes is the moment you recognise what's rotten. Just like the garbage, fake people often look acceptable on the surface, don't they?
I just read that alligators can grow up to 15 feet, but I haven't seen any more than 4. Yeah, and letting the cat out of the bag is a whole lot easier than putting it back in.
Great observations.
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah.
So over time, though the smell appears, dishonesty, manipulation, jealousy, inconsistency or self-interest start sort of bubbling there, and awareness is the first step. You notice the patterns, the bad energy and the emotional drain.
Oh, it's not hard, is it?
Well, if you train yourself, learn to trust yourself, they're easy to spot.
So believe what you see here?
That's correct, Bob.
I'm not saying your perfume's too strong, I'm just saying the canary was alive before you got here.
All right. So, getting them out of your life is taking out the garbage. It's an act of maintenance, not cruelty.
You know, it's never a good idea to keep both feet firmly on the ground because you'll have trouble putting on your pants.
Yes. So, garbage isn't removed out of anger. It's removed because keeping it inside makes the whole space unhealthy.
Oh, I like it.
You've not signed up for this. In the same way, cutting off fake relationships is about protecting your own mental peace, boundaries and growth.
Why does anyone believe you when you say there are 4 million billion stars but check when you say the paint's wet?
Human nature at its best there, Bob.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So the metaphor re-garbage also implies timing and responsibility. Garbage doesn't appear on its own. You have to take it out regularly.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah.
Likewise, life requires periodic cleaning, reassessing relationships, letting go of people who no longer align with your values.
Alignment is important.
Being aligned to your values and refusing to hold on to connections out of guilt, nostalgia or fear of being alone.
No can do.
And so, finally taking out the garbage creates
deep breaths, yeah. Out you go.
Hashtag spotting fakes. So once the clutter is gone, the space feels lighter, clearer and more livable. Removing fake people often opens space for genuine connections, self-respect, that's a true one.
Yeah.
A very, very real one, and emotional clarity.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, dwellers, yeah.
Not everything that leaves your life needs to be dragged out like garbage. Some things simply loosen their grip, don't they? When you stop holding on, there's no longer, you don't have to be angry, there's no blame, no final dramatic reckoning.
It's a nice quiet walk very quickly in the opposite direction.
Yes, exactly, yes. Sometimes people are in your life by default anyway, aren't they? By proximity, circumstance, could be marriage, could be work, history. You didn't choose them. They didn't choose you, and that's no one's fault. And that makes a ton of sense to me. I find soothing, actually. If you didn't choose them and it's causing you grief,
see ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
So growth has a way of creating distance without malice. Paths shift. Priorities change. What once overlapped no longer does.
The last thing I want to do is hurt you, but it's still on the list.
Wish them well, Bob. They're just not worth the grief.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see. Yeah.
So you can acknowledge what was, appreciate what it taught you, and still recognise that it's no longer where you meant to stand.
Yeah, righto.
So instead of cutting ties with resentment, you wish them well. Why not? Even if it's simply a thought just in your head, wish them well and happily hop on into your own life. Maybe you damn well deserve it. Maybe it's your time now.
The easiest job in the world has to be a coroner. What's the worst that could happen? If anything goes wrong, maybe you get a pulse?
Bob.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah. So you let them keep their road and you take yours. No bad blood. No need to rewrite the past as a mistake. Just an understanding that not everyone is meant to come with you into the next chapter. Fare thee well, truly.
Can it be that easy?
Look, you may feel angry, sad, confused, etc., but if you're honest with yourself, mad at what? At who? What can you really expect but more heartache from particular personalities? That's all they know. Get a hobby, anything, but don't make your focus someone else. Where are your thoughts, your priorities? Live what time you have and live it well. Love those who love you. Simples.
Pete wanted that for you, didn't he?
He sure did, my love, he sure did. The good news about spotting a fake in your family or friendship circles or a rogue fakey,
Oh, I like that, a rogue fakey, yeah.
it can sting to realise that someone close to you isn't genuine. Maybe they only show up when they need something or their support disappears when you succeed. But here's the good news. Spotting a fake means you're waking up to truth, not losing something real or anything valuable.
Taking the trash out.
Yeah, it's a bit harsh there, Bob, but they have to be released back out into their natural environment.
Be free!
Yes. Hashtag spotting fakes. You gain clarity. You stop wasting emotional energy on someone who wasn't authentic. That's a win for your peace of mind.
Yeah, that's it. Win for the peace of mind. Yeah, that's right.
It is a win where you find you are gaining clarity after walking with the fake, after walking a really horrible experience for a really long time. Some of us have had a big chat the other day and we were calling it ringing in the fakes, and many of us married, and if you're in a blended family where the children are adults and you know when something just doesn't ring true about someone, it just never did. Trusting your gut.
There it is. Trusting your gut.
That feeling, yes. Oh my God, when they talk, someone in the chat was saying how this grown woman talks in their baby voice. It's just yuck.
Here we go.
And they make out they're like really good people, but there's something just off about them. Nothing you can actually put your finger on. It's sometimes, I would say, like one of the worst kinds of a toxic fake, but you feel it. They're just odd, and they're not in an interesting way.
You always stay young if you live honestly, eat slowly, sleep sufficiently, work industriously, worship faithfully, and just lie about your age.
Sometimes life has to peel back the mask for you.
Oh, sheesh, that sounds painful. Is that painful?
Well, you think you're walking beside a friend, a supporter, someone who claps when you win, only to realise their applause was hollow, their smiles rehearsed, their energy quietly draining yours, the worst sort. Everyone is their problem and they never know why. There's your first hint. That's a bloody pro tip right there. They live an ugly life loaded with alcohol, drugs, drug deals, weird relatives who are into gambling, being deceitful. Like there's lots of other things that might not be any of them. It might be some of those. But there's hint number 2. Their kids are haunted shells, breaking the law and totally ruined by being subjected to the lack of protection and no parenting. It only takes one parent who is drunk every night and who's also abusive to everyone. But wait, he's a nice guy. Not. It hurts, it confuses you, you question your intuition, your kindness, your openness, but then clarity hits, and that's when your power begins to return. Hashtag spotting fakes. Because clarity is never a curse, it's a cleansing. It's the moment your soul says, now I see.
Ah, yes, I see. My biography will be titled, Well, That Was Weird.
So you start to notice who's real, who celebrates you in silence and not just in the spotlight. You learn to move differently, speak with more purpose and protect your peace like the treasure it is. Losing the fake isn't a loss. Oh, hell no. It is a gift.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, but But they'll blame you.
Well, yeah, that's what they do. That's what fakes do. They never look at what their actual motives are. They will believe they're entitled. They don't care who they hurt because they're going to make you pay. So,
Not entitled?
no, never entitled. And what they think is not what is going on. It's the universe removing interference so your signal comes through clearer. Stay thankful for the reveal.
I'm so thankful. So this chat,
Yeah, well, I was having this chat and there was quite a few of us. And one guy was saying his daughter had stolen money out of other people's bank accounts. I believe it was their mortgage accounts, and had stolen the money and then went gambling with it. Tens of thousands of dollars were gone. Anyway, long story short, she ruined many people's lives and acts like, guess what?
the victim?
Yeah, exactly. Very foolish move because they will keep. They best not turn their backs to the wall. Not everyone will be kind and forgiving. Not everyone will turn a blind eye. I say, stay humble through the lesson and just keep walking.
That away? Reality called, so they hung up.
Oh, Bob, they sure did. Hashtag spotting fakes. You protect your energy. Recognising who's fake helps you set better boundaries and surround yourself with people who actually care. That's a powerful realisation, and you're absolutely right. When you recognise that someone in your circle isn't genuine, it's a signal to realign your energy and boundaries. Getting clear about who truly cares about you means when you spot a fake in your circle, you might need to be a little bit more bolder, maybe a little bit more direct. But if you can't do that, maybe just distance yourself. So get crystal clear about who truly deserves your energy. Where possible, surround yourself only with people who genuinely care about you.
I wasn't born for this. I was just sort of accidentally delivered here.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
It is a grand opportunity to be reflective and empowered. Sometimes it takes spotting a fake to remind you what real feels like. Isn't that true? I've found this to be true. You look around the table at those who have always been there for you and they shine.
Like diamonds?
Yeah. So stay close to those who genuinely care and never settle for less.
Sometimes we need the damn lesson though, don't we?
Yeah, the experience, the reminder, you mean, Bob?
Yeah.
Not everyone is genuine. So when they come bursting out of their little mud hole with their accusations and their entitlement and what they think they should get or whatever it is, there it is. There's the fake, the ego, the greedy little swine that believes its own lies.
Yuck.
Pretty ordinary. Yes, and karma, she be a bitch.
See, you wouldn't want to be you.
Oh, you like that one, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
So, observing actions, not words. Genuine people show up consistently. Fake people and the masks they wear. It's strange how some people show up in your life with smiles so wide you could almost believe they care.
Or you inherit them.
Inherit them? Yeah. You marry someone and they come as a default extra.
Like a family member, yeah.
Well, yeah, except they're not. You spotted them from the beginning. They talk about loyalty, about being real, about how they've got your back no matter what. But when the storm hits, when you actually need them, they vanish. Or worse, they stand right beside you pretending to help while secretly watching for a moment to take advantage. Ugh, yuck. These are the inconsistent ones, the ones who show up only when it benefits them. They are the ones that hide behind their little crucifixes and have these black hearts and think that nobody knows that. And they think you can't see it. But anyway, one day they're your biggest supporter and the next day they're whispering behind your back, twisting your words or making it up or taking what isn't theirs, your trust, your valuables, your peace, sometimes even your ideas, sometimes even your success.
Yeah, been there, I've done that.
They wear the mask of friendship, but their actions always tell a different story. They'll borrow your kindness and repay you in betrayal. They'll preach about loyalty while plotting their exit. Their smiles are rehearsed, their concern is an act, and their presence is temporary. And as soon as they've gotten what they came for, they reveal who they really are. The truth is, consistency exposes character.
Yeah, right.
Real ones show up, even when it's inconvenient. Fake ones show off, look like they care, etc., only when it serves their image.
Vomit match.
So, protect your energy. Don't argue with masks. Just recognise them. Let people show their true colours, and when they do, believe them, because not everyone who stands next to you is standing with you. Hashtag spotting fakes. You've got to protect your peace. You don't owe access to anyone who drains or deceives you.
Hell no.
Valuing reciprocity. Reciprocity?
Yeah, healthy relationships.
Yeah, they flow both ways. Mutual care, respect and honesty.
I'm navigating life one typo at a time.
I'm with you, Bob. So trusting your intuition, if something feels off, it usually is.
Oh, yeah.
You grow stronger emotionally. Betrayal or disappointment builds emotional intelligence and resilience, skills that serve you for life. Let it flow through you, feel it, cry, be angry, whatever. Do what you need to do, and then it's done.
The point is not to hang on to it.
That's right, Bob. I've learned to release it and then forget it. It's not worth any energy on my part. On your part, it's very liberating. You make space for real connections. Yes, you do, and it's fabulous. Every fake you remove from your circle creates room for genuine, loyal, powerful relationships to flourish.
This makes me feel very happy.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? I love that. I love my life, and I'm glad that you feel the same way, Bob.
Yeah.
You learn to trust your intuition, and let's say you already do. It's uplifting to have it confirmed and strengthens your resolve to believe and trust in yourself. Life is too short, so enjoy it.
When life zigs, I usually zag into the wall.
Oh, that can happen. So once you spot one fake, you start recognising red flags faster, and that self-trust is powerful because at the end of the day you recognise it, that's all it is. It doesn't require any more thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Getting serious about trusting your intuition is not a sudden revelation, it's a decision, a line you draw.
A line you draw, yeah.
Because people will just tell themselves lies and believe them, and they'll just, they're like their own little politician, aren't they? They say the lie enough. Oh, well, it must be true, A quiet but unshakable commitment to stand by what you already know, even when it would be easier not to.
If life had a FAQ section, I'd still click skip.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
And anyway, in this chat, everyone agreed because if you're honest, you've known for years. You felt it early on, the tightness, the pulse, that inner nudge that said, something's not right with this person. This is not aligned. This isn't aligned with myself at all. It's all fake. But life has a way of convincing us to soften our edges for peace's sake, for harmony, for the sake of not rocking the boat.
So you played the game?
Yeah, you smiled, you nodded, you compromised, you're knowing just enough to get through the day. You told yourself it was maturity. You told yourself it was diplomacy, strategy, and for a while it worked. Many of us know that.
Until it didn't?
Yeah, because intuition doesn't disappear when ignored. It waits. Patient, precise. It lets you go on pretending, lets you gather experience, lets you learn the cost of not listening.
I was born to stand out, mostly because I missed the memo. Yeah. If life's a highway, I'm a traffic jam. Oh, it's good, eh?
Yeah, it's great, Bob, yeah. And then inevitably comes the rude awakening, the reminder you didn't ask for, the email that lands heavy in your inbox, the phone call that makes your stomach drop before you even answer. And suddenly there they are, the truth, the pattern, the confirmation standing right in front of you.
My talent is turning awkward into an art form.
You're onto something there, Bob.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So they finally show their colours. This is not to punish you, but to wake you up. And you know it. This moment isn't betrayal, it's clarity.
Clarity, yeah, you're right, okay.
Yeah, because it's intuition saying, I tried to tell you. And this is where getting serious actually begins.
Yeah, all right, I hear you, right.
Not in the poetic moments of self-trust, but in the uncomfortable ones. When standing by intuition means standing alone, disappointing others, or changing the rules you've lived by.
When this stuff has happened in my life, it feels like life is soup and I'm a fork.
Love it, Bob. But only for a time. Once things settle, and they always do, maybe you can swap out the fork for a spoon. Trusting your intuition doesn't mean you've never doubted what's going on.
You're only human.
It means that when the reminder arrives, and it always does, you no longer negotiate with yourself. You don't explain it away. You don't play the game for peace's sake at the cost of your own alignment.
Life's one big, did I leave the stove on?
You stand by what you know. Because the truth is, every time you ignore your intuition, life gets louder.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah. And every time you honour it, even when it's hard, something settles. A steadiness returns, a sense of self-respect that no external peace can replace.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that does happen. I'm not a hot mess, I'm a spicy disaster.
That you are, Bob.
I know, I just said so.
So in the chat that we were having, we all agreed getting serious about our intuition is choosing not to be surprised anymore. You know, like, oh, geez, I'm so surprised. Like, are you really? It's recognising the signal the first time and having the courage to respond before the email, before the call, and before they show up again.
I don't trip over problems. I sort of leap into them artistically.
But once you do, you don't need the rude awakening anymore. You're already awake.
Wakey, wakey.
And that's the end of this episode. Just some thoughts and feedback from a chat I had with a few like-minded souls, and decided to create Spotting Fakes as an episode on the Jar of Marbles podcast this week. So many people have asked about the subject one way or fashion or another, and people who have been afflicted by someone who just doesn't get it, does not have any self-respect or decency. Step back and get on. There's so much to see and do in the world, so much to learn and experience, and so much to love about our world, and we need it as much as always. It all starts from the ground, right? What can I do to make the world a better place? Be kind, be happy to help, throw a smile at a stranger, say good morning to someone you don't know. The rest is garbage and temporary.
Oh, throw out the garbage.
Recycle and donate. So say good day to the family for me, give the dog a pat, and we'll see you next time, okay? Okay then, bye.
Bye.